In your relationship, you will be tested.
Take half, and I'd leave you.
Here are 3 ways that you could loyalty test your man.
In 1 week from now, your partner is dead.
True love isn't when you love them clean. It's when you love them dirty. Because you realize that the person you're with, your person, is a person who secretly feels out of your league.
One trait that predicts if you'll break up with 94% accuracy.
I want to know that you're listening and that you care about the things that she talks about.
I want to break up. Shit test that happens sometimes. Because a nigga like me, I'm gonna fail that test every time.
Think your relationship is rock solid? Think again. From sweet to savage, this reveals what couples are really made of. Watch till the end, if you dare. And hey, if you love the drama, hit that subscribe button.
This would help you figure out if this is somebody you should trust.
Hey babe, what would you do if I won the lottery?
If you won the lottery?
Yes, think big.
Think big.
Yeah.
I'd take half, and I'd leave you. Go live on an island somewhere by myself.
Well, do I have news for you? I, on a scratcher, won $40. So you get half, that's 20. See you when I see you, I guess. Later, bro.
You know, if there's one test in relationships that happens and I'm just not here for it, it's the I want to break up shit test that happens sometimes. Because a nigga like me, I'm gonna fail that test every time. Because if you tell me that you want to break up, I'm gonna say okay. I'm gonna say okay, or I'm gonna say I understand. I don't care how long we've been at it. I don't care how in love I was. We could have been married. If you walk into that house, walk into the kitchen where I more than likely am because I like to eat and drink, slam them papers on the table and say I want a divorce, I'm gonna put my juice down. I'm gonna put my drink down. I'm gonna pick up a pen and I'm gonna say go on ahead and let me sign it. Like, what's really annoying about it is that you'll have that said to you, but as soon as you say okay, you're still the problem. It's always, oh, you don't want to fight for me? You don't want to fight for this relationship? You're just gonna let me leave? Yes. Because the same way you say, if I wanted this relationship, I would fight for it. If you wanted the relationship, breaking up wouldn't be an option. That wouldn't have even came out your mouth. Now we could sit down, talk about it, agree to disagree, come to a conclusion, or come to a compromise. But if you tell me you want to break up, then that's exactly what we're gonna do. Because who am I to stop you from doing what you want to do, sweetheart? I'm not possessive like that.
The only way to truly test your relationship, to truly test your partner, to truly test how much love and compatibility actually are a foundation in your relationship is at times of adversity, is at times of conflict, when things become very problematic, when there are issues, when there are conflicts, when things are not great between the two of you, when you guys aren't seeing eye to eye. How are you two together? How does things get solved? Like, how are you as a couple when things aren't great? It's very easy to feel loved. It's very easy to feel safe when things are going smoothly, when things are just, pacing through effortlessly. But that's not the reality of life, and that's not the reality of marriage, and that's not the reality of relationships. And it takes a lot of hard work and a lot of conflict resolution to be able to sustain a marriage. I mean, you're talking about being with somebody for the rest of your life here. Like, we're not talking 5 years, we're not talking 10 years, we're not talking 15 years, we're talking the rest of your life, right? Like, until death do you part. And so the only way to be safe and make sure that you guys can go the distance is understanding this person, seeing how this person is, and letting the bad things actually occur in the relationship so that you can test your partner and you can test yourself and you can test the relationship in general on how you move forward with conflict. How do they listen to you? Do they consider you? Do they fight for you? Do they want to let things go? Are they quick to give up? Do they want to push through it? Are they understanding? There are so many things that need to be attended to while you're in conflict. And I know a lot of people, when they face that, they try to run away from it because they think that's bad. But no, this is something that's very, very good. And it's the best way to test your relationship. So when you guys do get in conflict with your partners, when you do face yourself going through a lot of issues, that's the perfect time. That's the perfect time to take note and be attentive and understand how you guys are when things are not good.
Here are 3 ways that you could loyalty test your man. I don't know why I'm making this video. To be honest, trust is the foundation of any relationship. You should trust your partner. But if you need help getting that closure, here are 3 ways you can loyalty test your boyfriend. And as always, I know how men think, and I gotta let y'all know I'm your big brother Russ. And just in case something happens to TikTok, here's where I'm gonna be at. Drop me a follow. All right, boom. The first way you can loyalty test your boyfriend is ask to see his phone, even if you don't have no intention of going through it, just to see his reaction. If the reaction that you get is, yeah, here, babe, whatever, like he don't care about it, you don't got nothing to worry about. But if he's instantly getting defensive and he's asking why do you want to go through my phone, and he's not giving it up, yeah, you might got something to worry about. The next way you can loyalty test your boyfriend, next time he has plans made that you're not included in, ask to go. If he don't got nothing up his sleeve and he don't got nothing to hide, yeah, babe, of course you can come. If he makes it an issue, The third way you can loyalty test your boyfriend, if you don't already have it, ask for his location. Me personally, I think having your partner's location is a good thing for safety reasons. But if he don't want you to know where he's at, that's a problem.
Here's a relationship test to see if you're taking your partner for granted. Imagine the following. In 1 week from now, your partner is dead. Or for some reason, is gone from your life. Now ask yourself, if you knew that you had 1 week left with your partner, what would you do during that week? Now compare that to what you're actually planning to do this week with your partner. If there is a massive discrepancy, if there's a massive difference, you are most likely taking your partner for granted. You see, relationships can end like this, and life can end like this.
I have something called the dog theory, and what the dog theory is that rocky couples who personally I'm like, I don't understand how you guys are together, and they get a dog together, typically break up in under a year. Or it's like the on again, off again couples. It's the ones that get drunk and say that they don't actually like their partners. They get a dog and they break up. And it started this puppy theory for me, because if you get a puppy and you guys last through the puppy phase, the first year of the puppy being a puppy, you're probably going to get married because you guys can work through taking care of something. But also on the flip side, when you get a puppy, it's going to bring out when you're tired and the thing is shitting all over the place and not listening to you, it's going to bring out your not so good side in conflict and situation. A puppy theory is like our day and age version of when our parents would have a baby to put a band-aid on their relationship and then ultimately get divorced. So if you want to know if you and a man should be together, get a dog, take care of something, grow something, raise something, train something, and then you'll figure out, is this my person or is this not my person? It's your first baby test. Enjoy.
In your relationship, you will be tested. Your patience will be tested. Your love will be tested. Your endurance will be tested. Your trust will be tested. Every relationship has ran its course. Every relationship has endured some of these things. Maybe not all of them, but they will have endured some of these things. Now let's peel back this layer real fast. Many people believe that relationships, when you get into a relationship, that it's always going to be happy. And that's so far removed from the truth. Many of you are like, I already knew that. I know it's, but some of y'all don't. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. A lot of people will say, I know that a relationship is not always going to be happy. There's going to be some upsets, but many of you get thrown aback when those upsets happen in your relationship and you're ready to throw in the towel. Let's really be honest.
How do you know your relationship is going to last? Like, is going to be a good one? And not just one that, like, fizzles out. Here's a very simple and yet ever so important rule from the Russian author Nikolai Gogol. He writes, true love isn't when you love them clean. It's when you love them dirty. Now, what does it mean to love someone dirty? Clean is the mask they wear for other people, how they'd like to appear to others. Dirty is how they appear to you. Dirty is how they actually are, warts and all. Dirty means intimate. Clean means polished. And true love is when you love them, not for how they want to be seen by others, but for who they really are. And so, yeah, you're with them at their best, but you stand with them at their worst. It's like Dostoevsky said, true love is loving someone the way God intended them to be. And God intended them to be dirty. not clean. Okay, here's a very simple relationship test that I saw somewhere on the internet, and it works like this. You're in a happy relationship if secretly you believe that you got the better deal. And what it means is that when you look at your other person, you don't just think, wow, like, how did this happen? How did I find such a perfect specimen? Somebody who really makes me happy, someone who makes me laugh and feel fulfilled. It's not just that you idolize the other person, because that would mean also that you're selling yourself short, right? That you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not worthy of their love. And that wouldn't be very healthy. But it also means that you look at the other person and you realize that you don't want to look elsewhere. You're not secretly thinking, well, what if I were with another person? Because you realize that the person you're with, your person, is a person who secretly feels out of your league. And that's how you know you're in a happy relationship.
One trait that predicts if you'll break up with 94% accuracy. So you've probably heard of the Gottmans by now and the Four Horsemen study that studied 3,000 couples and came up with bids for attention. But this isn't it. There's something that all couples do, and if you do it one way, it predicts that you are headed for a divorce or a breakup with 94% accuracy. So the Gottman studied 3,000 couples, and that's where they came up with the Four Horsemen theories and the bids for attention. But they also studied 79 couples over the course of 14 years. And they found that the way that they argue accurately predicts whether they stay together or whether they get divorced. And the one thing that determines this entire outcome is if you argue to win or to understand. So when you're arguing with your spouse or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, are you trying to win the argument or are you trying to understand their point of view? Obviously, this is the winner, right? Like if you're arguing to understand, then you have a really good chance, a 94% chance of the relationship lasting. If you're arguing to win, well, sorry, it's probably not going to work out. Hope this helps.
There are 5 tests women will put men to in a relationship. Number 1, she'll tell you something personal to see if you will remember it later. Women want to know that you're listening and that you care about the things that she talks about. Number 2, she will ask you how your past relationships ended to 1, see how you talk about your ex, and 2, to see if you will take any responsibility. Women want to see how much you've grown since your past relationship and will use how maturely you talk about the past relationship as an indicator. Number 3, she will complain about something small to see if you will step in and try to fix it for her. Women like to know that you're going to be there to care for her when she needs it. Number 4, she will spark a minor disagreement to see how you handle conflict. Women want men who can resolve conflicts calmly. Number 5, she will put herself down or make an insecure comment about herself to see if you will try to make her feel better. So if she says something like, I look like a mess or I look ugly today, she's testing you to see if you will say that she is crazy for thinking that. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been put to one of these tests. And as always, feel free to save this video to help prepare you for the next time she tries to test you.
Here's a very simple relationship test. How you know that you're going to be in a happy relationship. And it goes back to the French author La Rochefoucauld, who came up with a simple rule. He said, absence diminishes small loves, but increases great ones. Like the wind snuffs out a candle, but fans a bonfire. And what he meant is that how you deal with being apart is a really important indicator as to how happy and healthy your relationship is. That a relationship that has issues will often find that those issues are magnified when you are separated. They increase. But a solid relationship can withstand periods of being apart. In fact, you might find that the longer you are apart, thus the sweeter is the return when you are reunited. And so a happy, loving relationship is one that can withstand periods of being apart, whereas a relationship that has issues will crumble, will be snuffed out when you are separated. Absence diminishes small loves, but increases great ones. La Rochefoucauld.